So hopefully you can all appreciate the importance of protecting against UV based on what Dr. Hale has shared. So now the question is, when you go to the shelf to choose your sunscreen, what do you need to know? Well, there's 3 important things for you to think about. 1, which rays do you want to block? How can you ensure that you're adequately protected? And how long will your protection hold up? So breaking this down a little bit, when you go to the shelf, all of the sunscreens in the U.S. are regulated by the FDA as OTC drugs, and as such must undergo rigorous testing for efficacy, both SPF and broad spectrum. But not all sunscreens have identical attributes because not all people are the same. So when you go to the shelf, you'll see a range of SPF products available. And what you already heard is the importance of that broad spectrum protection. So that's one attribute you're going to be looking for, that UVA, UVB protection. And then also you'll see different SPF levels, and that really depends on your use and your skin type. We'll talk a little bit about that later, but we traditionally will recommend an SPF 30 or greater every day. Now, protection really is up to you. You have to adequately apply the protection to get the benefit. Now, there's a kind of a shot glass rule, and it gives everybody kind of a visual as to how much is appropriate for application. So if you think about a shot glass full of sunscreen, that's how much you should apply. And if you think about your bottle of sunscreen, which may be 6 or 8 ounces, by the end of the summer, you should have gone through multiple bottles of sunscreen if you applied it adequately. In most cases, people will ask me, you know, is the sunscreen still good after the expiration date? And I'm thinking, why would you even have that around? You should have used it up. So application is a really important thing. And reapplying is important every 2 hours if you're outside and undergoing activity. Now, how long does protection hold up? In the past, there was a concern about photostability, which was really a question on how sunscreens were formulated. However, the way SPF is determined for products, this takes into account photostability. So that's sort of something of the past that you don't really need to worry about. But you do need to think about what is your level of activity. Are you going to be outdoors? Are you going to be swimming? And in that case, you are going to want a water-resistant sunscreen, so you'll be looking for that on the label. However, if you're like me who goes to work before the sun comes up and you go home when the sun is already going down, and I'm wearing mostly my sunscreen under my makeup, I may not want a water-resistant product. I may not need it. So knowing some of these things will help you at the shelf.